a happy Manga Monday to you. As you might know if you've watched before, today is a manga haul monthly wrap-up video. I'm going to go through everything I bought or got manga, book, anime related in the month of August. And for those of you that are new, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Zoe and this is my channel, Ms. Manga, where I talk a lot about, manga. I mean, what else do I talk about? And just a little bit of a disclaimer. I got stung by a bee this morning. It was on my pillow and it just boop and it stung me. So my arm feels really weird and I took a Benadryl and I took Advil, so I'm gonna tough through it. If you could subscribe for more manga content, I'm putting that out there in the beginning because I'm really trying to get to 500 and I need your help. We are getting pretty close and I'm super excited. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and, comment what you got this month of August. Comment your favorite manga, novel, anime, etc. that you got in the month of August. Comment anything you would like because that really helps engagement and that means the YouTube gods smile upon the channel. And without further ado, let's jump into all this lovely manga. But before we get into the manga, I have some novels and a graphic novel to share with you. So I got this graphic novel, Catherine's War. It is a coming of age story and is based on the life of someone that actually lived and experienced World War II. And so it just seemed really interesting, and it's a nice hardcover, glowing recommendations on the back. So it was free for me, so I decided to take a chance on it and hopefully enjoy. And then I got this cool edition of Percy Jackson, wow, and the Lightning Thief. I actually have never read Percy Jackson, but I especially loved the spine. And I thought it was really pretty, and I was like, well, maybe I will be taking this on the next plane ride I am going on. A nice light read. Speaking of light reads, this is very much not one. You've Reached Sam. So I actually, a long time ago, so I couldn't find the YouTuber, but I was watching a booktuber and they talked about this and how sad and heart-wrenching and all the feels it has. And I don't know why, sometimes that really makes me want to read it. And I haven't read it yet, but I don't know, when I come to a day where I'm I need to feel feelings, and I'm gonna read this one. It's a nice short one. I think it's a YA, and like I said, I don't remember what booktuber I watched that talked about it, but they seemed to really enjoy it, so I ended up picking it up. I got this romance, hook, line, and sinker, which I actually already had read. I just really enjoyed it, and it was really cheap, so I thought I'd own it, and then I could, enjoy a little smutty romance when the moon strikes again. And lastly, I got The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This was making the rounds a couple years back. It was really popular on BookTok, BookTube, all those things. And I don't like to read things when they're you need to read this in your face. But now that the hype has calmed down, I'm excited to check this one out and see what I think of it. So those are the novels. Now moving on, I have a couple of anime to share. Next up is the anime. I got this one for Right Stuff's birthday sale. Comet Lucifer. I looked it up afterwards and it was not rated very highly. I guess I should have looked it up beforehand. But for $5, if I'm disappointed, I'm disappointed. And I don't know, it looked like it could just be like a fun kind of Eureka 7 vibes, which I like that anime, so that's why I picked it up. And I don't know, if you watch it, let me know if it's a stinker. I'll still watch it, but like I was bummed to see it wasn't rated that highly. Next up is one that I watched when I was younger, and that is The Sacred Blacksmith. So this is not a particularly good series. I mainly got this from a girl, Cecily. She's like a big woman crush that I don't really talk about a lot, and I just think she's so cute and cool. And I mean, she has armor for, with boob armor, like it's so quintessential early 2000s, like a little ecchi, a little like action. It but I got this specifically off of eBay for the 2 DVDs because of the fan service from a girl. Look at her. I grew up in the early 2000s watching this kind of anime, so it might not appeal to you, and it's totally understandable. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying. There's also a manga that I own. I don't know how easy it is to get the volumes anymore. It's also not that great. It's better, I think, than the anime. The anime kind of diverges from the manga and just wraps up in its own way because the manga hadn't been finished, type of deal. And the manga, I think, goes into more depth and is Cecily's journey, which, she's my girl, I love her, is really, really good in my opinion. And then the end kind of just falls off a cliff, is really rushed and didn't leave the best taste in my mouth, but I still love it because I still love Cecily. And lastly, I got Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 2. I own all of Attack on Titan. I plan to collect all of the anime of Attack on Titan, and I was thinking I would like to rewatch it before the last movie airs. So yeah, if you would be interested in a video, me going through and talking about Attack on Titan, it would probably have spoilers in it, so I don't know how you'd feel about it, but I'd love to talk about it as I rewatch it or compare it to the manga. That would be fun too. I've been thinking I'd love to read the manga and compare it, so yeah, let me know if either of those strike your fancy. So we've reached the manga, and I'm gonna start with the BL I got. I got a lot of BL. The Right Stuff decided to have a little Sublime sale right after their birthday sale, and you know who indulged me. So yeah, first up I got Love in Limbo Volume 2. Volume 1 I did order, but it is sadly out of stock, so I'll get it when it comes. And also, some of the volumes are in plastic wrap. I was going to unwrap all the rest of the volumes before this video, but because my arm's really hurting and I'm just feeling lazy, it's not happening, so I do apologize. But yeah, this is a short 2-volume series, and it looked really good, so I'm excited for when I finally get the first volume and I can read it. Next up, I got Moon and Sun Volume 2. I haven't read Volume 1, and I don't see it anywhere on here, but I thought I saw online that it was the final volume. I don't know, take that with a grain of salt. But if it is, I love a short 2 or so volume BL series, and I don't know, like this one seemed fun and different, and I don't know, we'll see. Some non-Sublime pickups I got was Eiji and Shiro From Zeros to Heroes. Sadly it got like really creased here, but yeah, I don't know, but it's just a one shot. It looks kind of funny and just odd, and I don't know, so I'm excited about that one. I also got At the Flower Capital. It seems to be a standalone. Anyway, it's like super pretty art, and I haven't read it yet, but it seems interesting. I also picked up the last volume I needed of Deadlock. So I've heard that this is like based off of a novel and the novel keeps going. So I don't know what this will be like, but this is the final volume of the manga adaptation anyway. So now that I have it, I can read this one. Back to Sublime, and I got all the rest of Love Stage that I needed. So I finally read volume 1 and I thought it was really cute. It's, you know, pretty cheesy and, you know, whatever, but it's cute. And so I got all the volumes. One volume was out of stock, but I think they're sending it to me now, so that should be in my September haul. But I got volume 2, volume 3, volume 5, volume 6, and volume 7. Super cute. But yeah, I'm excited to read more of that once the 4th volume, I guess, since that's the one I'm missing, gets here. And I also decided to get the rest of another series after actually rereading volume 1 and reading volume 2, was the series Blue Morning. So I picked up volume 3 and volume 4, volume 5. They have to be like way over here and I can't see it. Because I know I'm missing one of these as well. Okay, so it's volume 6 I'm missing. Then I have volume 7 and volume 8. Again, volume 6 was the one that was out of stock. It's like one had to be out of stock of each of these complete series. So they're, you know, they'll get to me when they get to me. But I'm excited to check out this series. And I don't know, it had a nice like master servant dynamic, and I'm kind of a sucker for those. So I hope I like it as it keeps going, because I like the beginning at least. Last few I got Happy of the End volume 2. Again, I'm not sure if this is the conclusion. Let me know in the comments if you know. If it is, I think again I saw it might be the final volume, but I'm not claiming anything. Then I got the latest volume of Yarichin Bitch Club. A really silly, off-the-walls yaoi. And Megumi and Tsugumi volume 3, which is a Omegaverse one. So yeah, just to be aware of that. I think it's one of the better ones I've read, at least published so far. So yeah. And lastly, a nice wholesome one. We have volume 8 of Cherry Magic. 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard. Super cute, super wholesome office romance with a supernatural twist. And yeah, that completes my BL section. And next I got a couple standalones, really not that many this time, but I did get Summer Ghost, which I read and I really, really loved it. Trigger warnings for thoughts of ending one's life and the act of someone taking someone's life. It was just a really big tearjerker for me. I totally cried through the end of it, and so if you want some feels, maybe consider picking this one up. It was a really enjoyable read though, for real. And I just got this random Chibi Vampire Bites, which is just a guidebook for Chibi Vampire, and it was literally $1 in the sale, so I got it because I really like Chibi Vampire. It's just a cute older vampire shoujo series, and yeah, so now I just have the guidebook for it. So that's all I got that like is standalone. So on to the next. So next category, we have ongoing series that are ongoing that I am continuing to collect. And we have Usotoki Rhetoric Volume 4, Tokyo Aliens Volume 4, Last Game Volume 2. I'm super excited to read this one. I really like the first volume. I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. The Girl with the Sanbaku Eyes, Volume 4 as well. Wow, a lot of Volume 4s. And we got this smutty read, The Villainess and the Demon Knight Volume 2. Yes, I did pick up Volume 2. It was just bad enough that I liked it. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I got Children of the Whales, Volume 22. I think it ends soon in like the 23rd or 24th volume. So I restarted trying to stay on top of this series because when it ends, I really, really want to read it. It's a series that I really was enjoying. It's just that I couldn't keep up with reading it as it came out. Then I got another fave of mine, Psalm 100, volume something, 11. Wow, we're up to 11 already. And Soul Eater, volume 6. Next, I got a bundle from Right Stuff's birthday sale of Bakemonogatari. So I got volume 6, volume 7, 8, 9, I love this cover, and 10. I also really love this cover too. It's so good. But yeah, slowly collecting or trying to get caught up with this series. And then I got the latest volume of Love's in Sight, volume 3. Super cute, highly recommend. Ogi's Summer Break, volume 2. So I read this one and I'm just like, I'm still not loving it. I want to love it more, but I'm not loving it. It's just, I don't know. The main character is so down on himself. Like I get like self-deprecation. I get like not feeling like, you know, the best about yourself, but like he's like a new low. And I don't know how I feel about it. It's not great. One I really do love is I Swear I Won't Bother You Again, volume 4 just came out, and I think I might just honestly reread volumes 1 through 4, which is why I haven't read it yet. But I'm like, also volume 5 is coming out shortly, so I'm like, well, I could just wait until that one and then reread that all. I don't know, but I love this one. It's just another villainous story. She ends up going back into the past and is trying to do over her life and not have a grisly end like she did previously, and I just really love it. Yeah. Also got Apothecary Diaries volume 9, another villainous one, Villains Are Destined to Die, volume 4, another one I absolutely love. This one is a webtoon, so it's full color and it's gorgeous art, and yeah, I love this story too. And I forgot to put this one in the BL section, I'm realizing, but oh well. Our Not So Lonely Planet Travel Guide volume 4. It is like different than the other BLs though in a lot of ways, although I haven't read all of them to know for sure. But like this is definitely more wholesome, just a very sweet story that just features a male couple. So yeah, it just happens to have a male couple, and it's really more about just them and their travels around the globe, and it's so cute. I super recommend this one. So I'm not mad I didn't put it in the BL section because it really isn't quite that BL vibe. So yeah. Same with Ogi's Summer Break. Like that could have been in the BL, but it's also not super BL-y. So yeah, whatever. I made mistakes. It's fine. And moving on, we got Welcome to Demon School Aruma-kun. So this one was just as amazing as the first 2 volumes. I absolutely love the series. If you want just like a super like shonen vibes, like, but it gives you that like nostalgia manga vibes, because like I also like gifted the first volume to a friend, and like he also had similar feelings that like it just like it makes you like really enjoy like reading manga, and like it just like it like brings you back to like, I don't know, like a classic manga vibe for some reason. I can't explain it, I can't articulate it, but I'm loving it. And I also grabbed another volume of Wisteria Wand and Sword. they keep ending on cliffhangers and they keep making me be like, okay, I need the next one now. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's just a nice magic school action series that I'm enjoying. So yeah, now I need to get volume 4 because I need to know what happens next. And yet another villainous one. Probably should have put them together, but yeah. My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom, Volume 8. And I also grabbed this hulking second volume of Berserk. I have been told to read at least 6 volumes of Berserk, so now I have 6 volumes of Berserk. I did finally read the first volume of Berserk. Yep. Oh, this thing is heavy. Oh. I'm quitting Harrowing Volume 3. I still need to read Volume 2 and now Volume 3 of that. This one to see if I really want to keep collecting it. I'm kind of on the fence about it, but I did like it enough to, you know, keep buying them. So we'll see. And because it was on sale, I grabbed PTSD Radio Volume 3, but I still need Volume 2. So this series is also not complete. It is short at 3 volumes and yet I still haven't completed. But I'm really excited to. I hope I can before spooky season and read it sometime during there because I feel like it would be perfect for that. Just have a feeling. Then I also got Volume 3 of Mason Ikoku and Volume 4. So this is just a cute older shoujo series by the mangaka of Inuyasha, and it was you know, really good deal during Right Stuff's birthday sale, so I picked up a couple more volumes of that. And last up, these are the used manga that I got in my manga shopping vlog that day I got them. I didn't share them that day. I think going forward I will just share them and then share them again on the wrap-up video. But yeah, so this is what I got. These were half off volumes. I got Go Go Loser Ranger Volume 2, so I'm really excited to continue this series. And then I got some new to me, start some new series. First up, we have Dungeon People. So this was in a, like, they get like packs kind of, and they did 1 and 2 for half off each volume, but like they're, you know, you buy them together type of thing. Yeah, anyway, so I decided to buy the first 2. I did read the first one. I haven't read the second one yet, but yeah, so I think this will be, I think I'll be doing another video of older first volumes that I read again, so yeah, look forward to my thoughts on this one and Berserk and other stuff, other fun stuff. And then we have Yakuza Reincarnation Volume 1. I, you know, like a reincarnated story. I was concerned because it's a guy that's reincarnated into a girl's body, but it wasn't that bad. Again, I'll probably talk about it more. And I also got a new volume when I was there. It was one I was like hesitating on pre-ordering, so I also picked up Secrets of the Silent Witch Volume 1. And yeah, that's my haul from the manga store. But I have many more volume 1s that I have to get through, so yeah. I got Demons of the Shadow Realm Volume 1. Delinquent Daddy and Tender Teacher Volume 1. I had already read this one online, but it's fun to have it in English. The Night Captain is the New Princess to Be. Mr. Villain's Day Off. Not So Wicked Stepmother. This is a webtoon, by the way, and another reincarnated one. After We Gazed at the Starry Sky. This is a more wholesome, yeah. Windbreaker Volume 1. And Heart Gear Volume 1. And lastly, I grabbed Other Side Picnic Volume 1 and Volume 2. So I will be doing a video. Like I said, I don't know, some of these are older releases, some of them are new. I'll definitely be doing a review on the newer ones. And if you want me to do my thoughts on the older volume ones that I picked up or finally ended up reading this last month, let me know in the comments below. There's also one that I didn't read yet, and that is Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. I'd heard a lot about this one when the anime came out. I still really need to watch the anime. But yeah, it was pretty good deal. It's not in the best of condition, sadly, but like, you know, whatever. It was a really, it was a steal. I got it used, and yeah, so I still need to read this one. We'll see if it makes it before the video, if I do the video. And I also got most of a series, but I didn't get the last 2 volumes this month, so it's not complete, even though the series is complete. But I picked up the first bunch off of eBay, and that is Bloody Mary. So I actually already had volume 1 and gave it away a while ago, so don't ask me why I decided I would like it this time. I think it's because I've liked BL a lot more now, and like I think I got it like 6 years ago or something, 5 so years ago, and I just didn't like BL or like know I liked BL. So it's a shoujo, but it's got a definite BL vibe throughout. And yeah, so I got, and I love the covers, like come on, these covers are so pretty. So I got all the volumes except for the last 2 volumes to complete this series. So I got through 1 through 8, and so pretty, art's so pretty. So hopefully I actually really do like the series as a whole. I don't know, but it was really good deal, so. And the last category is series I've completed. First up, we have Thunderbolt Fantasy Volume 2. This is just a short 2-volume series, and I mean, they are omnibuses, so like I guess it'd technically be like 4 or so. Yeah, I read the first one. I wouldn't say I was like super blown away by it, but I could just not have been in the mood, and I don't know, I thought I would give it a try, see how I felt about the series as a whole after reading the second one. Then I also completed this series, Wonderland. I didn't realize it finished, and I had volumes 1 to 4 for like a while now, and I was like, oh crap, like volume 6 is going out of stock, and I don't know if it's going to be, you know, republished, but I wanted to make sure I grabbed it, so I got volume 6. I also picked this up at my manga store, so it was just retail price, so yeah, good deal if it goes out of stock. If it doesn't, then I could have gotten it for a better deal, I guess, but oh well. Another one that I'm not sure if it's going to be restocked eventually or not, but I'd been waiting on this one for a while, is Satoko and Nada. This is complete at 4 volumes, and I had ordered the 4th volume. I don't remember if it was last year, like November, during like November, early December during Right Stuff's Christmas sale, but yeah, it's at least almost a year that I've been waiting for it to be restocked, and it just hasn't. So I like ended up emailing Right Stuff and canceling it, and I also grabbed this at my local manga store for retail price because I really wanted to finish the series. It's really cute, really wholesome slice of life about a Japanese woman and a Muslim woman who are living together and in college, like they're college age. And yeah, it's just like, I really like the first 3 volumes, and I was like waiting and waiting on this last volume. So yeah, I kind of want to reread it, but I might just end up reading the 4th volume and, you know, being done. But yeah, super sweet if you can get your hands on it. I don't know, hopefully they restock it. Another series that I completed during the Right Stuff sales, so I like grabbed, I think they were in bundles, but anyway, they were a really good deal, is Maid Sama volumes that I needed. So I got volume, they're omnibuses, so I got 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13 and 14, 15 and 16, and lastly 17 and 18. So now I have all of Maid-sama. Super excited, and I don't know when I'll read it, but I'm excited to actually read it. A lot of people really seem to like this shoujo, and it was one that, like, even though the anime came out when I was like peak anime watching years, I just missed it for some reason and I never watched it. So yeah, I want to give it a read at least. I ended up also finishing a yaoi or BL manhwa series, Totally Captivated. I got volumes 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5, and the last volume, volume 6. So there are actually 3 side stories with this one that continue the story but aren't like the you know, actual story, I guess. And I did order 2 of those, and I just have 1 more to buy. So I'm counting it as complete because I'll probably give in and buy it. They're really overpriced. It's annoying. I mean, I got 2 of them for like an okay price. The last one's ridiculous. Yeah. And then lastly, we have 3. Is it 3? No, 4. We have 4 series that I just completely just bought the entire series of this month. And I'll start with the newest one. You know, it's not an old series. You can easily get it. And I ended up getting it during the Right Stuff sale, which is Im, or I'm Great Priest Imhotep, but I think it's Im. Yeah, so I actually ended up reading the first volume of this at my friend's when I visited them a while back, and I didn't really like it, to be very honest with you. Don't ask me why I decided to buy all of it, because I really like the art, like the cover art. It's so good, and I just kept looking at it and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, I was suckered in, and I'm hoping that as I go on in the series it changes my mind. But yeah. I also really do love ancient Egypt, so I'm like, I just really like, I don't know why I wouldn't fall in love with this series, you know, like, just really, I'm really hoping that, like, just slow start, just the first volume was a slow start. Look at how pretty these covers get. I mean, my god. I love them. I am such a cover buyer. Look at this. It's so pretty. Oh yeah. And this is complete at 11 volumes. And the final volume is a nice big chunky one, which I always love a thick last volume, because sometimes they give you the last volume in like this thin, and I'm like, you couldn't have tacked that on. Made me buy a whole other volume. But yeah, so I'm hoping, I'm gonna give it a shot, and I'll let you know what I think of it when I do. If I made a grave mistake or not. Next up, I got this series off of eBay in a complete lot, and it's only 5 volumes long, and that is Nameless Asterism. So these are some nice thick volumes. I have never really heard anyone say one thing about this manga, so I don't know what to expect, but it just looks cute and sweet. Coming of age story is what I'm getting from it. So yeah, I hope to read it sooner or later. And lastly, I grabbed 2 older series. I have not heard much about this one, but I don't know, the covers intrigued me, the summary intrigued me, so I ended up buying them, and it is the Empty Empire. So these volumes are out of print. They are from CMX, which is not a publisher that publishes English and manga anymore that I know. And yeah, I don't know, they just looked really nice, and the story seemed like a fun, interesting fantasy series, and I'm a sucker for fantasy series. And honestly, it's complete at 7 volumes, so it's a nice, it's a nice size series. And yeah, I got them for, you know, they were originally $10, so I don't think they were all half off per se, but they weren't more than $10, that's for sure. And yeah, I'm just like looking forward to reading it. If you've read it, let me know what you thought of it, because I again never heard of it, and I've never heard anything about this one either. And last but certainly not least, I finally picked up Fake. So this is an older BL series that was published by Tokyo Pop before it went under and now has returned. But yeah, I always kept putting off buying this because I really wanted a complete collection with all the same spines. As you can see, I didn't get that, but I did get this for an amazing half off price. It was really good, so I couldn't resist. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. It just sounds like one of those classic old school BLs, and those are fun to read sometimes when I'm in the mood, so yeah. And it's also complete at 7 volumes, making it a nice sized series as well. So yeah. And that is my haul video. I already mentioned this before, but if you like this video, if you enjoyed watching it at all, please give it a thumbs up. It would super help me out. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I'm trying to get to 500. Did I mention that? We're so close. We're so close. You could be the difference. So hit that subscribe button and join me every Monday for a Manga Monday video. And now that summer's over, hopefully more occasional week videos on like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday or something will crop up more regularly again. So yeah, subscribe and push the notification button to be notified when those random videos pop up, or you might miss them. And I had a really fun time sharing this manga haul with you. I'm sorry if my energy is not as low. My arm did hurt through the whole thing, and I was just, I have to film when I can, so it's like, yeah. So I apologize if my energy was lower than it usually is. It's just my stupid, it right on my like elbow, like a constant funny bone pain almost when I'm like just moving. And I talk with my hands, and I held the books. I always hold the books up on this side because if I hold them on this side, the shadow gets on my face. So I'm like, yeah. So what can you do? And so until next time, bye.